Hey guys, what's going on? Kevin Cage back with another daily cryptocurrency video. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Again, it helps the channel out and I really appreciate it, just putting all the time to, put out this content. And I'm thankful for everybody in the XRP community that, does them deep dives as well, because it does make, sharing it a lot easier. But again, guys, I want to give a massive shout out to Michael Zischek. I actually pinned the comment with his YouTube channel. In my opinion, he is one of the most underrated YouTubers in the XRP community. Now, as always, take everything with a grain of salt from everybody, including myself, but I really do recommend checking his channel out. He has a technical background and he really does understand ILP compared to a lot of other people that I've seen, in my opinion. So, if you haven't heard of him, I highly recommend checking him out. Again, I am not being paid by Ripple to talk about XRP. I'm just a passionate investor, just like many of you, and I know you guys know that. But let's get into this information and try to do a quick video. So again, King Solomon at XRP_owl, September 10th and 11th. So Ripple's attending the banking conference, Global Imbalances and Capital Flows in the New Era of Technologies. And we can, let's see here. We can check it out right here if you'd like. But again, so I might be a day late depending on when this uploaded. But sharing the stage, Ripple is literally right here. We're listed, Ripple, as you can see. And just so you know, these are huge players, guys. Ripple is a key player in helping the Internet of Value and helping real-time gross settlement payments. This is involving XRP at some point or another. I know Xcurrent is phenomenal. We are seeing, great returns if you invested in, the MoneyGram stock. They are helping their clients, period. All right, it's saving money, it's efficient, it's a better service overall, and at the end of the day, that's what clients are going to join. So Ripple is on stage with the World Bank, and again, they're in discussions with some of the top 50 central banks of the world. And right here, as you can see, the Central Bank of France. And this looks also important. The Bank of International Settlement, is sharing. And again, so XRP_owl, King Solomon, and actually right here, so Otto Gunger actually discovered this as well a while back in September too, so last week. So again, just trying to give some credit. Great research, guys, and they always have the links available, and I do retweet everything, so be sure to follow if you're, on Twitter. Again, I wasn't really on Twitter in the past, but decided to for news as well. So all right, right here, another one by XRP_owl. Money Rebel implementing cross-border transfers with Ripple. And so Money Rebel, it appears to support Bitstamp, which is an XRapid partner, Vanguard, and I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's like Spur Bank. It reminds me of like Siberia, and it's a money remittance fiat to crypto. So it's a money application, as we can see here. And I also checked out the link in depth and detail with the payment service. We have Ripple right here. All right. And then right here, crypto wallets, Bitstamp Exchange in the Vanguard account. So good to see that. And as you can see, Q2 2019, Q4 2019, the Smart Money Rebel mobile banking app, and it's an all-in-one mobile application. So it's not like I'm saying this is going to have a huge influence on price, but this is the utility we're looking for. Talking about Ripple protocol, released in 2012, and this is when they're calling it Ripples back in the day before we just called it XRP. And as you can see here, guys, you can check it out with the Money Rebel. It's just a platform with different services that they're building to integrate banking. You can go in more depth and detail if you really want to read and dive into that. And again, guys, you might be questioning, okay, well, big deal, XRP cryptocurrencies don't have a place in the world. And I tend to disagree. I mean, right here on Yahoo Finance, we have cryptocurrencies listed right here, XRP USD. And they are becoming more and more proficient in everyday life. It's becoming part of people's talk tracks, cryptocurrencies. And it's not just Bitcoin like it was in the past. We have, Brett Garlinghouse in the news day in and day out. They're working, and it almost seems like the news is priming everyday people to get used to the idea of adopting digital currencies. It's simply a matter of time. If you have children that play video games, they're already with it. They're used to digital currencies in their video games, and there's so many other use cases that are on the way. And remember, trends are your friends, and this is one that I see that is here to stay. I'm not saying all 2,000 plus cryptocurrencies have a place by any means, but I'm saying is some of these top projects will be some of the Apple's, Google's, Facebook's of, in several years from now during this next economic boom that we will be seeing. And in my opinion, since this actually has to do with transferring value, it's going to make Amazon, Apple, all these huge players we see today, tiny. Do not think of this as a stock. These are transferring value, have true utility. Market cap plays no place. Trillions is very possible and, highly likely. We have top investors, reputable billionaires, not only trying to pump the price, but they're saying that they see the crypto market, 10 trillion, market cap at least 10 trillion, 50 trillion. They're talking about considering all assets, not just, 7 trillion for the gold market, not just the real estate market, not just the derivatives market on the low end, which is 544 trillion. We're talking big things ahead. All right. And we are early. All right, right here, I Am Legion actually showing this conference full video right here back in August of 2018, talking about the Interledger Protocol presentation by the one and only Stephen Thomas, original CTO of Ripple. And right here, just talking about some of the participants. And it was really cool to see because he literally just talks about, they're growing more partners and developing these Interledger initiative to build the true internet of value. Interledger community is growing, as especially, with it backed by the W3C. And the participants that he named just in this video alone was Wells Fargo, the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago, and Alipay. These are big players, guys. And I just really, really want to emphasize that. All right, and we'll have one more slide here. We'll have two more. So Mr. Cugs right here on Twitter just sharing this. So as we know, Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz, literally a genius. And he's just kind of comparing them back to Steve Jobs on your right and Steve Wozniak as well. So honestly, I think that's a great comparison because these are true innovators. They didn't just try to, make faster horses or make faster cars. They literally created a whole new disruptive technology. I just watched, that Jobs video that played by Ashton Kutcher on Amazon the other day on a Prime Video. And it was really, really cool to see, someone creating, not just, consuming or adapting and changing. A true disruptor. So I'd like to see that comparison. And then lastly, Matthew Linney on Twitter, large bank cash balances and liquidity regulations. So again, we have the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, and they're talking about this large bank cash balances and liquidity regulations because, as we know, we can see an economic model right here. Right here, look, for example, interest rates, reserve balances. We cannot continue to go on this path, and we're well aware of it. Liquidity is an issue, and one of the main things that can be done is solving liquidity with an agnostic bridge asset that is literally the speed of light, and that is XRP. Nothing else is poised to handle that volume. People say XRP's circulating supply is far too, large, 100 billion. Susie politely disagrees. 100 billion for, XRP tokens for this use case of all global transfers is nothing. This is honestly might not be enough, and that's why there will be, in my opinion, someday a very high valuation of XRP when it is truly used. When will that be? Heck, I would love to see it happen this year, but I am not sure. That's why I'm a long-term investor. If you've been invested for 2 or 3 years, that's peanuts. Talk about the stock markets. People are holding positions for 5 years at least, and if you're looking for quick gains, this might not be for you. But if you're looking for life-changing gains long-term, that is what I'm doing. This is not financial advice. Always do your own research, but this is what I believe, and this is why I'm talking about it. All right, guys, be sure to share this around. It really does help the video get seen, spread awareness for the XRP community, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video.